It's the third day, I don't got a second in the first place. Ain't no second chances in my birthplace. You can't put a phoenix in the birdcage, just that thrice great.
Hello everyone and welcome to my overview of the new map. Today we're going to be looking at two games, both in the SP1C, and we're going to analyze some key points on the map on both sides. So one would be the eastern spawn, and I'm really excited about this map because for once it's not that hard to get a hold of. The map itself looks nice, the visuals are amazing. There's no snow falling, so that's a plus. Usually that's one of my problems with these snow maps. Now right off the bat we spot an E3. Now this is one of the key positions on this map, this hill right here. It gives you overview of the surrounding areas, and you can spot relatively easy. Now if you were to climb this hill, you could see directly, almost directly into the enemy spawn. From and it works like that from both sides. So if you can get to this hill area, you win the medium side. Now towards the right side of the map, there are flatter areas where I would be guessing heavy tanks with less gun depression would be chilling out at. And from those areas you can see into, and this SU is in a nice spot if you were to do something with it, because you can really get to the sniping if you have gun depression. The keyword being gun depression. Like on all maps, the Vindicator is useless, so don't even drive the Vindicator. Now the SU is pushing over the hill a little bit and trying to put shots into our buddies. We see this M6 back off. The SP1C's buff actually made it pretty nice. I've liked the tank for a long time, but finally it's actually worth playing. Now these flat areas on the map can be a little, they're pretty frequent, so you could drive heavies right down here, the hilly areas, entail gun depression, and that could easily be used. It's easier to access this hill from the eastern spawn though. And from this waterfall you can see right into the middle area of the map. You can get shots off pretty easily. Now our second game is on the other spawn. Now we're in the western spawn, and we're gonna go to the same area in the map. Here there are multiple large hills, so you can really get the sniping on. Multiple large hills, and they actually have cover on them, which is very useful. You can hide behind that and get your spotting damage in, and not get spotted yourself. Now see, this is a map, unlike the normal maps. I really like the visuals, all the trees, rocks. Now right away we spot the one Type 58 coming up from the left side, the right side, and this VK-16 rushing in, trying to capture a nice hold down position. But our guys are actually going around the side, and we'll intercept that guy in just a second. Now I would say take advantage of this while you can. People are just running around, not knowing what to do, just having fun on the map. You can really get damage in when they're not paying attention, and that'll be often. So we spot another Type 58. We see an SU trying to get into the sniping position. We put in one shot. He does have the P shooter. Put in a second shot. You can actually snapshot with the SP1C now. They really did a good job with buffing it. The only thing they didn't change was more or less the shell velocity. It's still pretty bad, but your accuracy is near pinpoint now. You can afford to run the enhanced shell velocity and the enhanced dispersion without sacrificing at all your aim time, which is even lower than it would, which is even lower now than it was running both the aim time boosts in your provisions and all that equipment, got that good stuff. Now we see a KV2. We're trying to finish him off. He's in a nice, well, he's not in a good spot, but he's not in a too bad spot. He's in a little 1v2. We bounce on the top of the turret, trying to reverse. We're gonna wait till he gets distracted and then put some shots into his rear. There's plenty of cover on this map, so playing a light tank is really fun. Now, I've not gotten into this map on a heavy tank, so I don't know how that would be. But that KV2 doesn't seem to be having a good time at all, climbing all these hills. But this is what would be considered to be the medium side of the map. So hills are just a must. Now we're all the way up to 2.9k damage, almost 1 damage away from 3k, let's be honest. The Tiger 2's been driving around the map, and he's still not gonna make it to get any damage. We come around the corner, put in a shot. Now we have 3.2, 3.4. The Chaffee is in a terrible position. He's in the water. The Tiger 1's doing the smart thing and just waiting for his reload, but Uz comes and we get to finish him off for 3.8k, basically 3,900 damage. Now, the key points on that map would be the hill, obviously. The 3 hills. The one that we were on in the first game was the biggest of the 3. The second one is where those Type 58s were. And the third one is where we were in the second game. Now, all those hills, you can really take advantage of them in a Chimera, say for example a Chimera or something like that. Something with lots of gun depression and mobility, of course. A 59 patent, the Centurion. And this will make for some interesting games up at tier 10 with the missile tanks as well. Because there's lots of cover to shoot from behind and then guide your missile down on somebody's head. TDs, there are countless TD positions actually. There are bushes everywhere, flat areas in the town. I would say to just go exploring the map in a training room or something like that. Go find the areas that you like and then go do that and then go to those areas in games. I wish you could pick your map. See, I'd want to be on this map all the time. But that's all for today. Hope you enjoy. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.